everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm off on another solo adventure in New Zealand's beautiful outdoors, so if that's something you want to watch, stay tuned all the way to the end and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Would you do this hike? Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm doing the Pelorus track and right now it's evening, it's nearly 9 o'clock and I'm at Captain Cook Hut. So I'm about to go to bed. As you can see, dusk was falling here. I'd already been there for a few hours, had already set up my tent and just getting ready to go to bed. So this is what the tent and the hut looks like in the gloaming. So I just headed over and started taking my shoes off, and then I left them outside the tent just under the outer waterproof layer. So you can see there's some kind of insect on the wall of my tent. I don't think it's a sandfly, so I won't worry too much. I'm keeping my pillow in this compartment zipped up at the bottom of my pack here. There's my sleeping bag liner, this woolen scarf, which I know I'm vegan but I do use secondhand wool sometimes, and this is really cozy and I put that on top of my pillow. It doubles as a blanket as well, just got it a couple of years ago. And then in here I've got a puffer jacket inside a pillowcase, which makes a pretty good pillow. And then for extra protection from the ground I put it on top of my raincoat. Here's my pillow all set up, mattress, raincoat, puffer jacket pillow and woolly layer, and then I just got my sleeping bag here. This is a great sleeping bag, I've had it for about 20 years now. So that's my sleeping bag, and then I've got this cotton sleeping bag liner, which again I've also had for a very long time because I don't tend to lose stuff. And then I just put it up like that, and then I climb in here. And let's check the zips, all zipped in for the night. So I'm sleeping on this side, and then I've got my gear along here. And for entertainment I've got this book, and it's full of like really happy stories. As they say, you'll fall in love with the characters because they're just so sweet. And then I've also got my diary and a bit of Sudoku, and in here I've also got that embroidery to finish, which you saw last time. So as you can see, I'm all tucked up in bed and I'm just going to read my book for a while, I think. So I'll see you tomorrow and fingers crossed for a good sleep. Morning everybody, it is 6:43 and I actually thought it was quite a lot later. I guess that's what going to bed a bit earlier does for you, although I did go to bed like sometime after 9, so not super early. Anyway, sleep wasn't too bad. Got up a couple of times to go to the bathroom, and the stars were beautiful, the moon was shining through the trees, and there's no rain on the roof, so hopefully it's going to be another beautiful day. See my porridge breakfast with hemp seeds, linseeds, and then on the left there's cinnamon, and then at the back there's black sesame seeds. And as you can see, I was sharing the hut with a few other people. They were TA walkers from Europe, and so as I ate my breakfast I did some Sudoku, and then it was off down to the river to wash my pots. I'm going to do a little bit of embroidery before I leave. This is the dental floss I use, Eco Floss, and just you can tear it off here at the top. And then I use a bamboo toothbrush and Eco Store toothpaste. This is my embroidery, which you might have seen in the Mountain 5 blog, and I'll show you where I'm up to. So this is my embroidery at the moment. It's coming along. I've just added these green leaves recently, and I'm just over here adding in some leaves, these ones. So guys, there were 3 TA hikers last night, which is why I didn't do much talking in the vlog. But if you're still watching, thanks for sticking around, and maybe I'll have done some voiceover to make it more interesting. But as you could see, I arrived yesterday. I think it was about 5ish, maybe not quite 5 when I arrived. Put up my tent, which you can see out here. Even though there were spare bunks in the hut, because I usually like sleeping in the corner and all the corners were taken, so I thought I'm just going to pitch my tent. And I also didn't know how many, if any other TA walkers would arrive late at night and stuff, so I thought I'd just have a more peaceful sleep out there in my tent. So I pitched my tent and had a nice dinner, did some Sudoku, wrote in my diary, read my book, and chatted to the TA walkers. And so there's a German couple who are heading to Rock's Hut, and then they're eventually gonna nip out before they do the Richmond Ranges and head to Nelson to resupply. And the girl's quite scared by my experience of the Richmond Ranges, because I said it was very difficult, and she's like, oh no, I'm getting worried now. So I just said, don't worry, most TA walkers didn't mind the Richmond Ranges. It's just my opinion. Although guys, if you're doing the Richmond Ranges, just remember that doc suggests that you go with at least one other person, and I didn't go with anybody else on the Richmond Ranges, but luckily I linked up with a group which had a guy who helped me with manage my pack, because my pack was quite heavy when I was edging around bluffs and things like that, so he helped me with that, which was really great. And doc recommends that you go with one other person. So yeah, now that everyone's left, there's another nice German guy by himself, and he's heading through Richmond Ranges in one go to St. Arnaud's, and I'm considering going hiking in Nelson Lakes and maybe doing Angela's Hut and either the Traverse Sabine circuit or maybe the TA route out through to Boyle Village. I'm not sure, I'll see how I go. But for this trip I'm just doing Captain Hut and then heading back out to do some camping at Pelorus campground. So this is the map that they've got on the wall of the Mount Richmond Forest Park. We are here at Captain Creek Hut. I keep thinking it's Captain Cook Hut. And then on the TA route you go to Mini Creek Hut. You can see the tiny Te Araroa sign there. And if you're not sure what the Te Araroa, by the way, is, it's a long pathway that goes the length of New Zealand. And then it used to go to Roebuck Hut apparently, but now it goes to Rock's Hut. And when I did the Te Araroa 6 years ago, I went to Rock's Hut as well. And then it goes to Browning Hut, Hackett Hut. If you want, you can get out at Hackett and maybe get someone to pick you up and go to Nelson to resupply. I didn't do that, I just carried on to Starville Hut, and it gets quite steep around here, and then around this area it's getting a little bit more precarious in the climbing, and you'll go like 1 kilometre an hour in some parts. Some days I only did like 5k's a day. So now that everyone's left, I can give you a little tour of the hut. It's a 6-bunk hut, as you can see, and it's got a map on the wall, welcome sign, warning, skylight with plastic fiberglass it looks like, and then we've got a fireplace. I did just take some plastic out of the fire, so guys, just remember, if you don't know this already, please don't burn plastic because it releases toxic fumes. And however, if you have any cardboard or paper, you can leave that. This is mine, and that is safe to burn. And then this is the bench, the visitor's book. You can see a lot of TA hikers in the visitor's book. I'd say most of the people coming through here are TA hikers. I met a lovely guy yesterday walking his beagle Juno to the Emerald Pools. He actually came all the way to the hut as well, which was really nice, and he'd given me a bit of a lift along that Maunga Tapu road from the campground, because that's a lot of road walking before you even get to the hike. In fact, I probably did like 6 hours yesterday, because I'd done 11k's of the road walk before he picked me up. This is all my food, looking quite messy there. It's quite heavy actually. I definitely have enough food, but I am going to be camping in Pelorus for a couple of days after I finish this hike. So that's the inside of the hut. I'll just show you around the outside of the hut. So that's Captain's hut, and it's right next to the river, so you can hear the river from the hut. The river's actually really beautiful today. I'm really impressed at the state of the Pelorus River, and I'll probably be going for a swim when I get to Emerald Pools. And then over here is my tent, and just beyond it is the toilet. My tent's got quite a lot of condensation on the inside. Now that the dew has dried off the outside, I think I'm going to just spread it out and dry it a bit before I pick it up. And a part of the tent has time to dry as well. Just packing up my sleeping bag now. Well, my tent is drying, just to get ahead of the game, because I'm not in a rush today, but any spare time I have I want to spend enjoying nature. So I'm just getting some of the little things now. Alright guys, I'm going for a swim. I'm wearing this bikini that I bought in the winter when I was dreaming of summer, and I've been dreaming of wearing it in a beautiful spot like this, like the Pelorus River, so looking forward to having a nice refreshing swim before I start my tramp for the day. This is what the river's looking like right now. Got my towel all ready. It's just an old hand towel for when I get out, and the sandflies have noticed that I'm not wearing as many clothes, and they're taking advantage. Oh, it's chilly. Wow, she's refreshing. That swim was lovely. Now I'm just going to get changed in the hut away from the sandflies, because I can definitely feel a few bites on my legs already. Now that I've had my swim and my bathing suits out to dry, as is my tent, I am going to sweep the hut and make it look a bit more presentable, and then finish packing and have a snack, and then I'll be off. So before I go, I'm having a little snack. I'll do these fried chickpeas. So guys, all ready to go? Let's head off on our adventure. One last look at the hut and a beautiful river. So we've got to our first sign, 2 minutes out from the hut, but we are going that way, back to the car park, the Pelorus road end. There's our wee view of the river down there in the grassy flat where I was tenting. You can still see the hut through the trees, a splash of red. It's a lovely time of day to be walking. So it's 8 minutes past 10, still quite cool, although it's heating up out in the sun. And it's also a lovely time of year, just about early summer. So it's the very end of November, and there aren't many people on the track at the moment. It is going to be a very popular track later in the year, I imagine, and early next year, because it's part of the Te Aroha Trail, but for now it's nice and peaceful. So I'm just having a break at the moment. It's probably about 45 minutes since I left the hut. I've been sweating like crazy, getting quite warm, so thought it would be a good chance to put in some more sunscreen. I've also got a snack bag here which has a lollipop which I'm planning to save for the road walk. It's also got some Vita Wheat crackers, a piece of carrot, some cacao so I can have a cook up when I get to the Emerald Pools, the chickpeas that you saw before, and some peanut butter. And then I've also got a book. So this is the view from where I'm sitting. That's back up the river towards the hut there. That's the way I'm going. Hi guys, so it's about 1:20 and I've arrived at the Emerald Pools picnic area. So behind me you can see the Emerald Pools just there, and I went for a swim there yesterday, and so I'm just cooking up a hot chocolate, which is, I know, kind of strange because it's really hot actually today, but there's just something nice about a hot chocolate even on a sunny day for me. It's comforting. So I'm going to have that and a little spot of lunch, and then I think I'll go for another swim. And then it's only an hour out to the car park. And then we've got a bit of road walking ahead, so I've got to enjoy it. So here's the picnic table, and there's my hot water boiling away. Trying this new fig paste. I've been eyeing these up for a few years now because they're just so cute. Might be a little bit sugary, but it's very cute. Oh, it's very hard, like a very hard jelly. Let's see. As you would expect, it's a bit like jam, fig jam. Young renew here. And through there you can see pine trees. So we've just passed the Mount Richmond forest boundary, and behind me there you can see the start of the pine trees. everyone, so I'm at the end of the walking track and back out onto the road, although it's a dirt road for a little bit. That's just the way I've come, and that's the way I'm going. You might have seen in an earlier clip Shahalam village. I think it's a religious settlement a bit like Gloriavale, and it's got a weird sign saying that there's a quarantine or something, which sounds a bit scary. I hope they're not trapping anybody there, but anyway. As you can see, I'm sweating profusely. I'll put my sun hat on before I get out to the road because it's going to be very hot and sunny. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. That's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Ka kite!